Hello, welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me during Celebration. We have got 3 months of fabulous freebies and awesome things when you shop with me or any other Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but you want to shop with me, don't you? Yes, you do. But today I thought I'd share this gorgeous, beautiful U card with you today. So keep watching and I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so I've got a card base in Island Indigo, and I've got to admit that when I was pulling things out for this card, I'd pulled out all of these bits. So that's the card base at Island Indigo. I've got a mat in Sahara Sand. This is a piece of the Blooms and Bliss designer series paper, and which I got my colour inspiration from. And I thought that's a really nice colour combination, and then looked at the watercolour pencils and realised that none of these colours are in the watercolour pencils, but I've gone with it anyway. So these are my set of watercolour pencils. They come in a cardboard box, and I will be completely honest with you, I can't stand living things in cardboard packaging. But all I've done is I've cut the front off the cardboard. It's still there. Piece of cardboard. And the back, so I've got a list of all the colours, and I've just slipped it into one of our clear spare stamping cases, so it fits on my shelf with everything else, and then all my pencils store inside. So I have pulled out 4 colour pencils and these are so fabulous actually. I've got Pacific Point, and this is where I've got confused because that doesn't look like Pacific Point on the end of there, it looks more like Island Indigo. Basic Grey, Calypso Coral and Bermuda Bay, which are not the colours here, but they look similar, so I'm going with it. And then, throwing clear blocks around, I've also pulled out the Beautiful You stamp set. Now, I absolutely love this. I was so lucky to get this on stage as a prize patrol, and it's gorgeous. I'll admit, it was not me. It arrived and I kept looking at it going, I like the font. The font's really cool, and then couldn't get on board with the ladies at all. But actually, once I'd stamped them, they are gorgeous. This also, by the way, before I move on, is part of my online card class for this fortnight. I have 2 online card classes per month. One at the beginning, one starts on the 1st, and one starts on the 15th. And this booking for this ends on January 14th. So click over to my blog, link in the down bar below, and you can find all the information out over there. Shall we get a stamping? Because I've waffled now for 2.5 minutes without stamping anything. So I have got a piece of watercolour paper, and I've already die cut it with the large layering circles framelit dies, and it's probably the biggest circle with the matching scallop. They're so pretty. So I'm going to stamp this dancing lady in Basic Grey archival ink. We've got 2 archival inks that are great for watercolouring in the catalogue. One is Basic Grey and one is Basic Black. And I've gone for grey because I've pulled out the grey pencil. Like that. Isn't she so pretty? And then these pencils are amazing, and they're really, really easy to use. All you need to do is lay down a little bit of colour. So I'm going to colour the ground in Basic Grey, and then she's going to have a Pacific Point hat, and I'm not colouring it all in, I'm just adding colour on. And her dress is going to be in Bermuda Bay. And I just sort of follow the lines. I add colour down the lines of the stamp, just so that I've got a kind of, I mean, it looks a mess. It really does, but it won't look a mess in a minute. And then Calypso Coral, I'm just going to add a little bit too down her arms and down her leg, because we haven't got a skin tone. But actually, when you blend Calypso Coral out, it becomes so, you can make it so pale that you won't be able to see it. So I've got an aqua paint, and it's got a fair bit of water in it. And all I'm going to do is run the aqua paint over the top of where I've put the pencil, and it will soften the pencil and blend out that colour. So I've done the basic grey first, which is probably not the, which you cannot see. And can you see just the lines of the pencil just disappear? It's awesome. So same with her arms and her leg. And it does require a fair bit of water, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So we're going to just blend over. And I'm not doing anything particularly fancy. I'm literally just swirling the aqua painter about, just to make sure that she is fully coloured in. Make sure that there's colour up there, in her hair, down here, and that's it. Isn't that really easy? Really easy, and she is so pretty now. She's still a bit wet, but she will dry really quickly on our watercolour paper. And I've just thought, I'm looking at this and I've pulled out all these bits and I've pulled out a sentiment. I've got nowhere to put the sentiment. It's going really well today. So I need, is that a scrap of Whisper White? That's a scrap of Whisper White. And I'm going to stamp onto my scrap of Whisper White with the same basic grey ink. Just like so. Life looks beautiful on you. See, isn't that font really pretty? So pretty. And then I've also got some of the Mint Macaron's sheer linen ribbon as well. So let's stick this together, shall we? This video has not gone very well because I had now left I was making thank you cards this morning, customer thank you cards, and I've left all my adhesive over on my workstation, so I'm going to have to go and get that. Okay, so I've got my fast fuse. I'm going to pop some fast fuse on the back of that circle and just like so. So now she's got a little scallopy edge. And I'm going to fast fuse the back of this Designer Series paper on to this piece of Sahara sand. And this paper is actually in the annual catalogue, so it is available all the way through till was it the 31st of May or was it June? Can't remember, but it's so pretty. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and lay it across, and I'm going to fake a bow here because my bow tying skills are not the greatest ever in the world, so this is what I've started to do to cheat a little bit. And I also need my trusty roll of sticky tape. So I'm going to grab a piece of sticky tape and I'm going to just lay that ribbon across the front of my card. Pick it up, bend it round and sellotape it onto the back. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So pull it across so it's level. So we've got a straight piece of ribbon. If I can get this piece of cardstock lined up, that is. I've just painted my nails and I think that's probably what's throwing me off a little bit. It's been crazy busy this week. I always film ahead of time, but I've really had to film ahead of time at the moment because, that's ever so slightly wonky, that's better. Because we've got the start of celebration, but also my work life has gone completely haywire. So I'm trying to get ahead. So I'm filming this before celebration started, in the hope that I'll have a couple of videos ready to go up and I don't have to stress too much. So I'll lay that on there. And then I'm going to create a fake bow with my ribbons. So I make a little loop of ribbon like that, and then the long edge, because I'm still attached to my spool, all the way around, and make a loop and pull it back through. You could do the bunny ears technique as well, which I'm sure I have shown in a video previously, but I actually find that this way works better for me somehow. I don't want it massive, but that, try and get it even. there. So I'm going to cut the tails off. And I've got this cute little bow for my lady like that. And I'm going to tuck the sentiment in. I've just hand cut that out. I might leave the sentiment off, but it does not every card has to have a sentiment, does it? You know what? I'm going to leave it off. So, a couple of dimensionals onto the back of that circle. Sometimes you might notice a difference in some of my videos. Sometimes I have a pre-made thing and I've planned it and everything's, you know, lovely, and then other times I completely wing it, and this, I've got to admit, is a complete wing it card. So I'm going to pop that on there like that, and I just need to pop that bow on there, and I'm going to use, we brave, I'm going to use Tombow. Sometimes I would use glue dots, but I've got Tombow to hand today, so I'm going to use my Tombow. Wet glue on the back, and then like that, and that is my card today. Thank you ever so much for joining for Make It Monday. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go and check out my online card class for the start of January using this gorgeous, beautiful used stamp set, which I will bring back in. It is so pretty. Class includes the beautiful used stamp set, as well as a pack of the watercolour pencils and the basic black ink pad. And because that comes to about 40, it's just over £45, £46.50 I've got in my head. Can't actually remember off the top of my head. You will also be eligible for a free celebration item. So if you want to come to class, completely online, all my classes and events are currently online. It's just easier for me that way. But it means that all you guys can take part as well and join in, even if you don't live locally to me, which is great. If you want to sign up for class, pop over to my blog, and there will be a little sign up form. You just need to fill that in, and I will get back to you. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that link down below to pop over to my blog, and I will see you again really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.